Hi everybody, it's Stephanie from Squiggle Sisters, and I'm going to be doing a second meal planning video. Like I said in my first video, I use my Pocket TN or Traveler's Notebook to do my meal planning. And I just found that it's the perfect size for me. It's portable, I can take it to the grocery store, and I found a really great insert from So Much Crafting. I'll link her shop below, and I'm going to show you exactly how I use her insert. So I did a previous video kind of outlining my basics, but I realized that, oh gosh, it was terrible. It was shadowy, I used pencil, it was terrible. So I learned from my mistakes, and I'm going to try again today. So these are my inserts from So Much Crafting. It's the week on one page and a grid on the other. And the way that I use it is I write my meals here. And I mentioned this in a previous video. This is a really old insert. So I just scratch the day out because I still want to use it. I don't want it to go to waste. And I'm not the kind of planner that, each meal has to be on a certain day. This is just to get an overview of my week and what I have available in my kitchen. So, I kind of did a dirty plan in my mini happy planner. Just, so I could do like the nitty gritty work. So I didn't have to do that on the video. But I decided on my meals. And I always try to do kind of like one special meal or one kind of either new or just like a big meal that's kind of more like prep intensive, just for like family dinner. I mean, we try to do family dinner every night, but it's not always possible because I do work in the evenings. So, I try to schedule one in when I can. So this week, I'm going to do like a Parmesan crusted chicken and zucchini as the side dish. So, all right. And then we've got definitely going to do 2 leftover nights because I work in the evening and leftovers are just way easier on the evenings that I work. The weather in Cleveland is also cooling down this week. It's kind of strange because it is August and it's usually pretty hot, but this week it's going to be all in the 70s, which is my favorite weather for cooking, for just general living, so I'm not just sweating while I sit. So I, oh my gosh, love making soups. That's like my favorite thing to make in the fall and in the winter because it's so easy and it lasts you all week. It's like I don't know, it's my favorite. It's delicious and it's cost effective. So I'm super excited. I'm going to be making one of my favorites. It's like a potato and Italian sausage and spinach soup, and it's my favorite. We're also going to do tabbouleh bowls, which is just kind of like a quick, easy meal for us. Something easy to have available. And we're going to do like a pesto chicken and pasta. And then on the weekend, I don't normally plan my meals for like the weekend, but I'm going out of town next weekend on a girls' wine trip. And so I'm kind of making a plan so that my husband has something available. And he loves making quesadillas. He's actually way better at it than I am. So whenever we have those in our house, I leave it up to him because I don't know what he does different, but it turns out amazing every time. So I leave that up to him. So that's kind of what I'm planning for this week. And then on my grid page, as I mentioned in my previous video, I'm obsessed with Aldi. I love shopping there so much. It's priced beautifully. I literally save about 50% on my grocery bill, and that's not an exaggeration. And I also love that the store setup is just, it's predictable. Everything's always in the same place, which helps because since I am a list maker, when I go to the store, I like to just go in, grab what I need, and leave. Like, my local Giant Eagle has changed their setup. I can't even tell you how many times, and I've no idea where I'm going. I hate going there. I'm sorry if you love it. I absolutely hate it. And I try to avoid it at all, if I can, at all. I know sometimes I have to go there, just to get certain special things that maybe Aldi doesn't have available. But every time I go there, I always regret it. It's just like hurts me to walk in there. But it's necessary sometimes. I get it. So, and then I just divide up my page. Since Aldi is so predictable, I just write down my categories so that it's super easy to find everything. And then bread and frozen I just put together because I never have that much on that side of the list, and it's always like in the same section. So, and like when I say dairy, I don't mean that everything on that list is going to be dairy. It just means that it's all going to be in that general area. So once I've divided up kind of my shopping list, I'll go back and kind of cross-reference, what I'm making with what's on that recipe. So like for Parmesan chicken and zucchini, I'll run through what I already have at home. Okay, so for Parmesan chicken and zucchini, I know that I already have the chicken in my freezer. I have zucchini left over from last week. So quite honestly, I don't even need anything for this meal. I know I already have everything. I know we're going to have leftovers, which is perfect. So for my soup, I'm going to need, quite a few ingredients. I know that I need to get like the sausage, and sometimes I get Italian sausage, sometimes I get chicken sausage. It just depends, like either what's on sale or what I'm kind of feeling. I know I need to get my red potatoes, chicken broth, and it calls for heavy cream. I love using heavy cream, but sometimes I feel bad about it. I always sub in either like half and half or milk but I think this week I'm totally going to go for it. I'm going to buy a little bit of heavy cream. It just tastes so good, and it's so much better that way. Okay, and then I need to get spinach for that. So let's see here. Tabbouleh bowls, I have chicken in my freezer still. Like, I must have bought a lot. So I'm going to crock pot cook the chicken for like both of these meals. So this way I don't have to make it twice. And that's the beauty of meal planning, is like seeing what you can do in advance to make your life better and easier. So I'm going to use the same chicken and cook it on the same day for this, and then just kind of divide it. Makes so much easier, and I won't have to cook so much, every single night. So that's why I love meal planning. That's why I do it. It really makes a difference. So you kind of just get an idea of what is coming up in the week. Okay, so I had to kind of stop and edit this because my children are screaming in the background. So anyway, the only thing that we missed here is for tabbouleh bowls, I did add to my list cucumbers, because I know my husband's grandfather dropped off a bunch of tomatoes that he grew, and I knew I needed a recipe to kind of use a lot of those up, and it's going to be so good. I'm excited. So the only thing I need for that is cucumbers and some wraps or pita, and I think I might add some hummus too. Now I know hummus isn't dairy, but like I said, at Aldi it's in the same section, so it's just kind of my reminder to like pick it up while I'm in that section. but duh, I know it's not dairy. So let's see here. Oh, you know what? And I need quinoa. Totally forgot that I'm out. So definitely going to need to pick some of that up. All right, moving on to pesto chicken and some pasta. Gonna grab that while I'm at Aldi. They just started carrying this really, really good whole wheat spaghetti, and it's really good, and I'm so excited. So I'm gonna keep buying that there because it's pretty cheap too. I'm also gonna need, they have a jar of like pre-made pesto that is really good. It either comes in like pesto or they have like a roasted red pepper kind of pesto. If you haven't tried it, I would totally recommend it. It's like a meal saver, you know, it's something really, really quick but dresses it up, and I absolutely love using it. So then for quesadillas, I'm just gonna pick up some shredded cheddar and do the tri-colored peppers at Aldi. Super cheap, super affordable. Okay, so I've gone through all of my recipes and kind of transferred what I need to kind of complete those. Wow, that's a very short list again this week. That makes me happy. So, because when I do my meal planning, I also try to include, you know, like, what's my budget for this week? Did I go over in previous weeks and kind of need to like scale back? So this week is kind of like one of those more like, I need to be economical weeks and budget friendly. So I did pick some recipes that, you know, use stuff that I already have and I don't have to spend a lot of extra. So cost is always a factor. I don't know, you know, how it is in your family, but in my family, the food budget can easily get blown out of proportion, and it's important for us to stay on budget every week. So admittedly, you know, the summer we just bought a house, we had a lot of barbecues with family, had a lot of parties, which was fine. Like, we totally planned for that, but now it's time to start scaling back and, you know, getting back on budget. So now, after I've gone through my whole list and kind of wrote down everything that I need, I go back and see, you know, what do I need to complete my list for, obviously the kids like to snack, we need lunches. So, like, I know I'm going to need regular bread because my kids literally only eat peanut butter sandwiches for lunch. Seems to be the only way I can get them to eat lunch. So that's what we do. So I need some bread for that. We are nearly out of cereal. I know that I need milk. Let's see here. We need some Swiss for my husband's lunches. And my husband does like using chorizo, I forgot, for his quesadillas, so I'm going to write that down. And I think that is going to do it. Oh, no, I forgot the fruit. We like apples, grapes, bananas, and I might throw in a couple others while I'm at the store. Fruit is kind of the only thing I allow myself to go off the list. You know, if there's a great deal or I just see something that looks good, I'm going to go ahead and get it, because fruit, it never sticks around too long in my house. So, yeah, I think that's going to do it on the meal planning this week. So another nice and short list, which makes me happy and makes my budget happy too. So go ahead, leave me any comments down below if you have any questions, or maybe if there's something you'd like to do a little differently. I'd love to hear about it. So thanks again for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed my meal planning video. Until next time.